Hey Exiles, GHAZZY here with another Path of Exile video. Today, I'm going to talk about Spectre Bank, something we've talked about a lot. I know there's a couple of videos out already. I figured, since a lot of people asking me about some of the stuffs, figured I'd make my own video about this as well. And I'll add some extra information for you as well. Anyways, it's pretty simple. When you are creating a Spectre Bank, I'm not sure how this works in Soul Self-Found, but if you can't make a PvP character in Soul Self-Found, I would honestly, especially with Syndicate Operatives that are currently meta, level up a witch to level 28. It's that simple. So what you want to do first is go to Settings, go to UI, scroll down, and look for Corpse Targeting. Usually, it's set like this. So you'd have to actually hold down the A key to actually target corpses if you have an ability on your action bar that can target a corpse. I have this on always enabled because it's just so much smoother. So as you can see here up at the top, that I am able to see that I have a Carnage Chief, then a Host Chief, then a Carnage, and a Host, and a Carnage, and a Host, because that is currently the only Spectres I am currently using. Now these Spectres are very easily achievable through Act 7 Ashen Fields, so not really something you'd bother doing a bank for. However, there are some Spectres, such as the Redemption Sentries from the Redeemer, influence modifiers from maps, for example. A little bit annoying to get, because if you lose them, you're gonna have to do a new map, and if that's your only character and you're not having the the influence monsters ready in the next map you're going for, it's gonna be a bit tough to get them back unless you have a Spectre Bank. And the same thing goes for Syndicate Operatives. There is, however, a problem with the Syndicate Operatives that I will mention, and that is apparently I've been hearing a lot in the guild chat in-game that they disappear entirely if you desecrate table if you manage to fuck them over. This is terrible news, because that goes completely against what I'm about to say, because that's not how it's supposed to work. How it's supposed to work is that the instance I am in right now, my hideout, which will last between 8 and 15 minutes, but usually you want to say 8 minutes, this instance will now always have Host Chieftain and my Carnage Chieftains available to be desecrated. So even if I leave the area, do something else, as long as I don't spend more than 8 minutes, I can then go back to my hideout, and my corpses will still be readily available for me to desecrate here, in case I lose them. Obviously, the hideout doesn't reset if you go into a map from the hideout, because the map portals are basically keeping the instance active, so you can always go back in and out. So, how do we then fix a PvP character for this? So the way you do it is that first, you want to make sure that you go to the city. Go to the city. And in here, you will purchase any item that has or 2 items for that matter. You want to have a green and a blue socket. I can buy this one, that would be perfect. That's a blue and a green, that's blue and green, blue and a green. Or 2 items, 1 blue or 1 green socketed item. The reason you want to do this is because you want to pick up Raised Spectre, which is a blue gem for level 28. And you want to pick up a Desecrate, which is a green gem at level 16. I thought it was 12. 16. So, there's 2 things for this. First off, you need 26 dexterity, but you want to buy these, the item, put them in your stash, and then you want to log out, and you want to create a PvP character. Okay. Bye-bye. So, you go to Heist, you click which I'm playing right now. I would choose a witch. On the bottom right here, it says PvP only. And then I would choose, instead of choosing Freezing Pulse, I check the bar and I'll see if I can move a little bit. There we go. I'll click Fresh Level 28. PvP only. Fresh Level 28. Name the character something. And then go in. Connecting. There we go. What I've done now is I have a Fresh Level 28 character that cannot go anywhere because it's a PvP only character. I have nothing. I don't have enough dexterity to actually spec it. And what I then do is I spec these nodes over here, all the way, pick up the plus 30 dex, and then get myself an extra Spectre count. Done. This is all I do with it. What I then do is I take up the item with the Desecrate and the Desecrate and the Raised Spectre and put them on, and then, because my character has already been in this instance within the last 8 minutes, I can now desecrate Carnage Chieftains and Host Chieftains. Or if I did this with Syndicate Operatives, I would be able to desecrate Syndicate Operatives, or I would be able to desecrate Redemption Sentries if I wanted to, and that's how you do a Spectre Bank. So I'm going to show you because I have a character for this already done. I made these for Thaumaturge and Arena Masters originally, but I do have Syndicate Operatives in here. So this is my PvP character, and I have a weapon with a Desecrate and a Spectre, and that's all I have. I can only have 2 Spectres, and I can now tell you that that is an Arena Master, giving me the buff, and that is a Syndicate Operative. So if I Desecrate, you can see that there's Syndicate Operatives, and I can also see that there's an Arena Master available. And now that I've desecrated them into this area, I can now confirm that these are in the area. So what I do to summon this on my main summoner, or my main character, is to log out, quickly go into my main character, if I want them on that one. And then as soon as I come in, I immediately go to my hideouts, like this. And then I'll take off my bone offering, and I should be able to get Syndicate Operatives on my main character, because I saved them in the hideout instance. This is done with, this is doable with any Spectres. So this is a very effective way to create a Spectre bank to secure yourself of future mistakes, or if you want to play some other build and maybe revert back to that later, you can, or test another Spectre out. You can save Spectres and you can create, well, not infinite because you're going to be character limited, but you can create several PvP characters to host several different Spectres. That is for the same reason why I have Arena Masters, because they're very annoying to get. Same thing with the Syndicate Operatives, so I have them available in a Spectre bank. And I don't have any Thaumaturge, but they're very easily achievable through a tool breach stones, which doesn't cost that much. I'm probably going to drop enough fragments for it myself anyways. But if I wanted to be picky, I would actually have created a second PvP character to save those specific Spectres, if I'm the kind of player that wants to ball around and change around the Spectres and try them out. So if you're playing Syndicate Operatives and you want to try out the recently released availability to summon Heist monsters for Spectres and test them, just create a Spectre bank, save your Syndicate Operatives, and try out anything you want to, because you can always revert back to the Syndicate Operatives in that case. Now, this is obviously mostly designed to be like a loophole to secure your Spectres in case you're using something that's very hard to achieve, such as Heist monsters, influence modified maps monsters, or in this case with the Syndicate Operatives coming from the Betrayal encounters. So these are very effective ways to bypass this and secure yourself in case you do a stupid mistake, like unequipping your Spectre gem or unequipping a gear piece. That would, in my case, for example, I need 111 strength, 155 intelligence, but I have 114 strength. So if I were to remove anything that gives me strength at this point, I would then lose my Spectres, because this would be read out and the Spectre gem would not be functional, at which point I would actually lose my Spectres. And then that would be a panic mode unless I have them backed up. In my case, for this character, which is a Dark Pet character, my Spectres are coming from the Ashen Field, so I could just go back there and fix it, which is annoying, but, you know, there's the solution. And the reason this is a problem with the Syndicate Operatives is, like I mentioned before, if you do such a mistake, I have been informed by several sources that they do actually disappear entirely, including for the Desecrate table, which shouldn't be the case, which is why a Spectre bank is so valuable, especially for those SO Spectres. However, if you die or you DC or whatever happens, you're going somewhere else, or your hideout resets and you lose your Spectres, well, you're doing something else, or the hideout resets sooner than it should for whatever reason, having a backup is a very, very safe plan. Anyways, that's it for this video. I hope that helped you out, and I'm not going to postpone it anymore, but I will tell you to fucking hit that like button and subscribe for more content, because next time I will see you there. Stay safe and keep rocking.